Ladies and gentlemen, this is War Smith with the Black News Network, the real voice of Military City, USA, bringing you the news from a black perspective. I do not own the rights to the music, but I do own the rights to what I say. Donald Trump has just been summoned to appear before the January 6th committee. Do you think he's going to do it? Hell to the no. He ain't going up in there. That's like Donald Trump. He's going to do a whole bunch of stuff not to go to that committee and testify on his role in the January 6th insurrection. We already know that that's not going to happen. This is the real voice of Military City, USA, broadcasting the news from a real perspective. The Black News Network. You know, Britain Prime Minister Liz Truss just resigned. Now, she's only been in there 44 days. So if Britain is having such difficulty putting somebody in charge of Britain, then they seem to be having a real difficulty finding the right person. Boris Yeltsin, that damn nappy-haired ass, white-haired white man that used to be over there, caused so much turmoil and hatred in the country that he had to go. He resigned ahead of his tenure, so he had to get up out of there. It was a big mistake for them to do what they did in January 6th. So I'm talking two stories, but yeah, January 6th was the biggest mistake Americans could have made. Now, if you think about it, they actually performed a coup against the American government because they did not want Vice President Pence to sign the declaration stating that Biden was our 46th president. 45 has yet to concede to the election. 45 refused to put Barack Obama's and Michelle Obama's picture up in the White House. It's done now by President Biden. But the fact of the matter is, a sitting president orchestrated an American coup of the federal government. Now, you've probably heard it, and I've heard it too. All through our lives, we've heard that the federal government, the state government, and the local government works for the people. It is for the people. The people are the ones who dictate what these entities do. But in actuality, it's the exact opposite. The local government, the state government, and the federal government use people to get what they want out of the people, because the people are the ones funding every single program that the local, state, and federal government does. People fund those programs based on the taxes they pay, whether it be property taxes, school taxes, individual sale taxes, any kind of tax is what's happening here. It goes to these three entities. And now you're thinking that since you're paying your tax money, they're doing what you need them to do. You ever heard the saying when a police pull you over and said, "These are my tax dollars at work"? You damn right. Those are your tax dollars at work, put to work to control your ass. That's what they do. Every single tax dollar you pay is paying into a system to keep you under thumbs, to keep you controlled in this American society. That's what your tax dollars do. You pay people to keep your ass in line. Not only you, but every other person that's living in this country, whether citizen or non-citizen or indigenous or what, that's what you're paying for. Then they take that money and they do shit like Abbott did. He funnels billions of dollars of Texans taxpayers' state money down to the border and beefs up the border patrol with the National Guard, and he spends billions of dollars to pay for them. That's taxpayer money he's redirected from either a federal program or a state program that was designed to support the people that pay the taxes. But see, controlling the border is not supporting the people. You're saying you're protecting Texas from allowing these immigrants to come into the country, but these immigrants are coming into the country any goddamn way. You're not stopping them from coming here. Just because you putting National Guard down there, and most of these National Guards are vigilantes and white folks, and then one black cat that they had down there in the National Guard ended up drowning. Why do you think he ended up drowning when he was supposed to be on a damn boat? And he's not out there in the water without having a life jacket on. Why did he end up dead? The only black man down there on the border serving with the National Guard that Abbott sent down there died in the water, the Rio Grande. Nobody seems to want to find out the details because nobody knows what the details are because they swept that shit under the rug like they do so many black deaths in this damn country. They sweep that shit under the rug so you don't hear about it. But you need to know that Breonna Taylor officers, 3 officers, just got indicted by the federal government saying that they forged the police reports, they forged the information to get the judge to sign the search warrant, and that they were full of shit. They were wrong for killing Breonna Taylor. So now those 3 officers that busted into her house and shot in the window and did all that other shit, they getting ready to go to jail on a federal indictment. See, you thought that shit was over because the state and the city paid their family millions of dollars to shut them down, to hush them up. But that shit don't always work. See, your millions of dollars paid by the city and the state ain't got shit to do with the federal government. They brought indictments against those officers for civil rights violations because those officers had no reason to do a no-knock warrant into Breonna Taylor's house. They had no right. But see, you can tell the judge whatever the hell you want as a district attorney because the district attorney had shit to do with it too. So I don't see why they haven't indicted the district attorney yet, but they are going to get that district attorney too because that is the person who made that shit go through. Black people in America have to go through so much shit on so many different levels. And then the worst thing that we have to contend with is people trying to say that black people are lazy. There's nothing farther from the damn truth here in America. There's nothing farther from the damn truth. Because American black people built this damn country. They built this shit. They built the bridges. They built the highways. They cleared the land. They did a whole lot of shit. Now, since I'm talking about black people, I'm going to take you back in history, all the way back to the resurrection or the killing of Jesus Christ on the cross. Now, there were lots and lots of people standing around the base of that cross when Jesus Christ was executed. There were lots of people there. History has named those people as watchers. Those were the watchers of Jesus being hung on the cross and left there to die. Those people that were standing there only came there to be spectators. They were watching. They wanted to see what was going to happen with God's son. So they were there to see what was going to happen with God's son. So picture this now. Close your eyes and think about what I'm about to tell you. During slavery and at the end of slavery, you saw black people hung from one end of America to the other. They were being hung. And white people would go to church on Sunday, and they would get out of church and go down to the city square to watch a public hanging. And 99.999% of the time, that person that they watched was black. So picture this now, like I said, with your eyes closed. These watchers standing around watching Jesus on the cross. These same descendants of those people standing around watching a black person being hung. The watchers. And that's all they were doing, was watching. Nobody came there to rescue Jesus. Nobody came to a black hanging to rescue that black man. Watchers. There's a movie out called Watchers that will show you how all this broke down. So if you get an opportunity, watch that movie and you will see what I'm talking about. The Watchers. April Ryan is a reporter for CNBC and CNN News. She was told to sit down by Donald Trump. Now, you kind of missed what happens before then. Before he told her to sit her ass down, he identified her to ask a question. And she may have asked him something in line with, what role did you play in the insurrection on January 6th? And when she said that, he told her to sit down. I wasn't talking to you. He tried to point at another lady. Now, April Ryan is a black lady. You've probably seen her on TV. She's a kind of heavy black lady with curls in her hair, but she's so well-versed and well-spoken. She's a reporter. Now, how are you going to stand there as the 45th president of the United States and tell a black woman in 2021 to sit your ass down? Who the hell are you as the president? That's when he started pulling press badges from all the black people that were in the White House. Now, Donald Trump is out there telling black people right now that if you vote for me, I got you. You heard that shit before from Biden, right? If you don't vote for me, you're not black. Now Donald Trump is playing the same damn game, which your vote. And the worst part about it, Biden played that game with your vote, and you fell for the okie-doke. I fell for it too. I ain't gonna tell no damn lie. But Biden ain't did a damn thing. He come out with the Juneteenth national holiday. That ain't no different than having a Martin Luther King Boulevard in every major city of America. And the only thing that Martin Luther King Boulevard do is tell you where the black people are located. And it tells white people where not to go or where not to purchase properties. That's what that Martin Luther King Boulevard does. And I was riding up and down the highway today looking at all these different cities that one of the first things you see when you ride in some of these cities is Martin Luther King Jr. Boulevard. Don't turn down that road. And normally they're the worst damn streets in the town or the city. That is what we have to pay attention to. The same thing with this Juneteenth holiday. Now, Martin Luther King affected all blacks in America. He moved from city to city to affect all blacks in America. He moved from the south to the north, from the north to the east, and from the east to the west to affect all black people. Juneteenth was only a situation held in Texas, down in Galveston, Well, the general showed up on June 19th. Now, this is months after the Emancipation Proclamation was released by Abraham Lincoln, and told the landowners that they had no choice but to release the slaves right now. And the slaves had no idea that they had been free for months. But nobody just said, well, we're going to give y'all back pay since y'all worked since the emancipation to this day. We're going to give y'all back pay since you legally were worked or made to labor during these particular days. Now, they did not understand the magnitude of what was happening during this inaugural celebration of June 19th. June 19th became a national holiday just this year. And because June 19th became a national holiday, every black person in America wants to celebrate Juneteenth in their city. But Juneteenth only affected Texas. So how are you going to celebrate Juneteenth in Chicago? How are you going to celebrate Juneteenth in Boston, Massachusetts? But that's what's out there right now. It's a national holiday. But see, Biden did this bullshit to make you think that he's doing something for us, for our people. He ain't doing shit for us. He did it so you couldn't say he went through an entire presidency and didn't do shit for black people. Because he ain't did shit else. In 2 weeks, they had a national law passed to protect the Chinese because they were getting their ass creamed out on the damn sidewalk. And they suspected that only black people were doing it. That's why they initiated that law so damn fast, because they wanted to put more black people in jail. More black people in jail. You see how fast Trump can come out with a law? If you don't stand for the national anthem, we're going to throw your ass in jail, kick them off the team, get rid of them. That's the kind of shit Donald Trump talked. It doesn't work that way, Donald Trump. But then when you send all your people to Washington, D.C. to attack the Capitol, you said they were not rioters. They were not insurrectionists. They were just protesting like the Black Lives Matter protests. And then you hear in lieu of Black Lives Matter, Blue Lives Matter. Some asshole had the audacity to come out and say Blue Lives Matter when we got all these damn black people dying out here in the damn street. Some asshole had the nerve to say Blue Lives Matter and White Lives Matter too. But see, White Lives Matter and Blue Lives Matter ain't had to deal with the treacherous shit that black people have to deal with every single damn day. A white person ain't never had to live a day being black. But they done tried to do little slick shit like one of the governors, and I forgot what his governor was from, but he went out in blackface trying representing himself, showing that he's down with the black folks. But it's racist. It's absolutely unequivocally racist for a white man to paint his face black and the paint around his lips white. And then start doing that stepping fetching. And there's only one stepping fetching Negro I want to talk about today, and that's Herschel Walker. Every single time the black man starts to move up in the political arena, the white man finds a token-ass Uncle Tom, well, no, not Uncle Tom, a Sambo-ass Negro to do his dirty work. Herschel Walker will do any damn thing them white folks tell him to do because Herschel Walker is an idiot. He's illiterate, he's an idiot, and he's the typical depiction of what white people think about black people. big, strong, and dumb. Big, strong, and dumb, and uneducated, and athletic. That's Herschel Walker. I just can't believe that an American black can stand up there on that podium and say slavery didn't exist. Like Kanye West with his dumb ass. He lost his damn mind. He running around talking about he the richest damn billionaire in the country. Or the richest black man in the country. Herschel Walker is exactly what white people want you and I to be depicted as by the rest of the white world. Now, other people in other countries have had ample time to come out against America. But see, they all think, except for China and Russia, they all think, and Africa, they all think America is a bully. But yet America campaigns to stop the bullying amongst our people. What about the bullying that America does across the world? They're bullying China, they're bullying Russia, they're giving Ukraine billions of dollars of shit that we've bought and paid for with our tax money. Here it is again that we paid all this money to beef up our military, and now we got a dumbass up there giving all our shit away to Ukraine. How many black people you seen in the Ukrainian army? Not a damn soul. But yet, Ukrainian army is using sophisticated American equipment. But see, Haiti has been going through this shit for years. America been bullying Haiti. Britain has been bullying Haiti. And they keep doing it because they can. They need to get the hell out of Haiti because they've taken all of Haiti's gold. And they still down there trying to hold them down. They can't let that shit get out because Haiti is the only African country that held a successful revolt against these white folks running into their damn country and tearing up their shit. And so when they won the damn war against Spain, Spain went back to Spain and regrouped and said, if y'all don't give us X amount of dollars over the next 200 years, we're going to come back and tear y'all ass up. We ain't never going to stop attacking you. So Haiti, because they were being bullied, had no damn choice but to pay these assholes in Spain billions and billions and billions of dollars. That's why the Haiti's government is so ravaged right now because of the American bullying, the British bullying, and the Spanish bullying. And America is on top of all that bullshit with the American Bank of America as the #1 culprit. Every penny that Haiti had to pay to Spain went through the Bank of America. And if you black with a Bank of America account, you selling your stuff down the road. Bank of America is full of shit, and it ain't gonna loan you no damn money. Fuck Bank America. Excuse my language. But they ain't right. And they will take you out if they can. With high interest rates on any little card that you may get from him. There's a certain thing called the emasculation of black men in America. We can sit here and we ain't got enough fingers and toes to tell you how many black men, prominent black men that could have been our leaders, have walked around with miniskirts on and dresses and stockings and titties and making their voice high so they can look like and sound like a woman, but we know that they are a man. We can go down the list. And I can name one person that I know of that told them to go F themselves because he ain't putting on no damn dress. And that's Dave Chappelle. He said, F y'all, I'm not doing it. And see, y'all thought he just walked away from $50 million when he went into hiatus. He walked away from $50 million because they were trying to force him to put a dress on, and they were trying to put the money out there to make him do it. Now, he did all his little skits, but he never put a dress on. But you could start at the top and work your way down and name all the people who dressed up in a dress over the years. You've seen them out there. Look at Jamie Foxx. Who was he? I can't remember the name that he portrayed. Now think about this. Now they are depicting black women. Black men who put on black women's clothes and do a movie with it. They are depicting black women in America. And it is totally foul. When the world sees America, American black women or American black men dressed as women. They just, Martin Lawrence, look at him. I don't even know who that woman was he was playing. Wesley Snipes, I don't know who he was playing. Even Bing Rames played a woman in a movie. Sooner or later, we got to stop this bullshit, and we got to stop allowing these people to to emasculate our American black men. They need to stand up and grab their balls and say, I'm not going to allow you to use money to make me put on a damn dress. But at the same time, they put you out here on the football field and you wreaking havoc out there because you're a tough ass man. But then they put you in the movies and they want to put a dress on you. Why do they want to put a dress on a black man any damn way? And see how much money Tyler Perry made by putting on a dress? Him and his Muddier series. He could have found 100 different black women to play that role and gave them the same damn script. It ain't like he's the only one could play that damn role. He's playing the role because that's what he wanted to do. As much money as he's made on these shows, he could have easily put a woman in that role. But no, he had to play it him damn self. And while we're talking, I'm thinking that you would be thinking of that woman name that used to be on Living Color that Jamie Foxx played. Does that look like a black woman to you? Does it? Does that movie that Wesley Snipes played in, does that look like a black woman to you? Does that movie, that show that Martin comes on all the time, every week, and the girl that he dresses up to be, does that look like a black woman to you? They making clowns out of our people. Just like they used to put the black face on and the white lips to make black men look like dumbasses. They're making these black men dress up like women to make women look like dumbasses. And we just giggling and sniggling like it's all right. It's not all right. There's no way in hell black men should be walking around with a freaking dress on. That's why you got so many black men gay right now. You look on television and see the commercials, you don't see the white men kissing. You always see the black men kissing. Why? The emasculation of the black man. And then with these women that they portray, like Muddier, Martin Lawrence, and Jamie Foxx, they want to portray the strong, independent black woman. Now that strong, independent black woman don't need no man. She pay her own bills. She drive her own car. She own her own home. She don't need no man. But yet, you go out and get pregnant and have a boy, a son. And you try to raise that son talking shit about that boy's daddy. Now this boy don't want to be nothing like his daddy. He want to be like his mama. So when you go to work in those two jobs and leaving your children at home by themselves, your son's in your closet putting on your panties and your bras and your high-heeled shoes. I ain't gonna even talk about the Catholic Church, how they treat boys. That's just something that people don't want to talk about no more, even though these damn Catholic priests done screwed up so many damn black kids' lives, it ain't damn funny. And then the black people got the audacity to want to be Catholic. For that matter, you got the black people wanting to be Baptists and every damn thing else. None of that shit is yours. None of it. That's not our religion. That's the religion you were forced to assimilate into, and now you done took it and ran the hell off with it. T.D. Jakes, big money man. Joe Osteen, big money man. Creflo Dollar needs another airplane. Big money man. Now, why would I buy this mofo over here a pair of $3,000 shoes? Am I pimping my pastor or what? Or is he pimping me? He ain't getting my damn money. F that shit. Hell to the no. You know, they make you feel guilty all the damn time about how much you should be contributing to church, because the Bible says that you need to give 10% of your shit to me as your pastor, because that's who you're giving it to. And then when he takes his cut, the rest of it go toward the church. And you know, we can go back for hundreds of years talking about this bullshit. Well, how many of y'all in church right now got a building fund and ain't never seen shit get built? How many of y'all got a food pantry fund and ain't never seen a damn soul in your church get no money for nothing? No rent paid. None of that. All of this is out there for you to see. But yet, you as black people, you choose to be walking around like this. I don't see that white man slapping the shit out of that black woman over there. I don't see that preacher over there beating everybody out of their hard-earned money and kicking them out the church's property because they can't donate. You're walking around with blinders on like you don't see this shit, and I know you do. You're probably thinking about it too, but you're too damn afraid to say something about it. You sit there like a damn sheep, and he's up there like a sheep in wolf clothing, bamboozling your ass all the damn time. And you allowing him to do it, and you know that's what's being done to you. What in the hell is wrong with y'all? We got to get better, black people. But yet, you walk around and y'all so unified and sanctified. When you go to church, you're jumping up and shouting and tapping your feet real fast, throwing Bibles at the pulpit. You're doing all this shit like you holiness, like you are the holiness. But yet you walk out, you'll run somebody over trying to get a goddamn parking space at Walmart. That's how sad it is. one day we'll come to terms with all this bullshit that you have not chosen to see. And then you induct your children into the same bullshit. Where have you seen a damn rabbit lay a freaking egg? You have not seen that. But yet you're bamboozling your children, telling them that let's go get the Easter bunny eggs and color the eggs. It's a damn racket. It's bullshit. It is bullshit. That's what it is. Sooner or later, my people, we need to wake the F up. Unity is where we need to be, but before we can have unity, we got to have somebody pulling the unity together. We need a leader, y'all. We haven't had one in over 50 years. But what do you think they do? They know we haven't had a leader in over 50 years. So what do? They take the leaders that are smart, with an education and a good intellectual conversation. They take these leaders and bring them over to their side. They assimilate them with open arms and welcome them into the fold of what they do. The Masons ain't no different. The real prominent black men that are Masons or have been invited to the white lodges to become Masons in their lodge. But then here in Texas, we have black lodges that don't recognize black lodges. But we also have black lodges that recognize white lodges. Go figure. And you wonder why there's more people not participating in these bullshit organizations than they are participating. Because they see the dogmatas rhetoric. It's not right. And if you just try to live your life righteous, you'll cut off a lot of the bullshit that you see every day. A lot of the bullshit that you do every day. You know, as you get older in life, you're supposed to be dropping bullshit along the way so it doesn't follow you into your future. And if you're dropping that bullshit along the way, you get to a point where you only have a few people around you. And that few people around you understand that you are done with the bullshit and the lies and the thievery and the conning and the manipulating people that were around you years ago. You've cut them off. Now they don't want to fool with you. They talking bad about you because you don't fool with them no more. But you don't fool with them because they've been full of shit from the first day you met them. And all they want to do with you is figure out what the hell they can get from you. And you giving them shit. Not thinking that this person don't give a shit about you or your family. They just there to take. They have what you call that taking spirit. They don't have that giving spirit, but yet they all want to join organizations that claim they're out here as nonprofits and we do charity work for themselves. Look at the Goodwill Foundation. Goodwill's opened up new facilities all over the country. New facilities now, not no $300 a month rent facilities. $1 trillion buildings and operations that's automated and streamlined. And you, as an individual, because you don't want to take the time to find people that can use the shit you want to give away, you give it to Goodwill. Goodwill takes that same shit in there and sell it and make money. Now the CEO of Goodwill ended up with a $30 million bonus at the end of the year off of your shit and everybody else shit that think that the goodwill is there to help the people. And then the goodwill goes to the military bases. This is something you may not know. And they solicit the maintenance contracts, but they solicit the maintenance contracts with the idea of we are filling these positions with special need individuals. That's why the bases, well, we helping out our society by giving these contracts to special need people, but technically you're giving that contract to Goodwill, and Goodwill probably put 2, maybe 3 out of 50 specially needed people in that organization in highly visible places so you can see those people. But in actuality, the CEO of Goodwill getting a $50,000 or $50 million bonus because they got so many $1 million contracts from our government. Again, our taxpayer money paying for Goodwill bullshit. Salvation Army ain't no different. About 3 or 4 years ago, well, it was more than that. When Katrina hit New Orleans, the Salvation Army would hit the damn ground running, begging for damn money. They raised $2 or $3 trillion during Katrina, but yet you go to New Orleans right now, you still gonna see water marks on these damn houses over in the Ninth Ward. They ain't fixed too much of shit. They got these asbestos plagued trailers that they were giving everybody and making everybody damn sick. Half the population died. This is the kind of shit we deal with. Lying ass, cheating ass, faking ass people. If I see another man that's gained stardom and famous walk around with a dress on, I can't believe I don't want to see it again. Now, what would you do if LeBron James came out in a movie with a dress on? Or Mike Tyson came out in a movie with a dress on? You talk shit about them, but yet you let all these other efforts do it. They need to stop that shit, and they need to ban all these damn movies that black people are lowering their manhood and becoming emasculated. And emasculation means nothing more than becoming a unit. You're making the black man a unit, cutting off his penis and you're cutting off his nuts. That's what you're doing to our black men. You want to do something? Give us our 40 acres and a mule that you promised us 200 years ago. And stop trying to blame the president that took office after they assassinated Lincoln. That's what America's doing. Oh, he did that back then, so there's no reason for us to come back and change it. You're a damn lie. It's ain't nothing but reason for you to come back and change it. Y'all living off all this old money. You think the Bidens got to be the Bidens or the Bushes got to be the Bushes without stealing money from somebody? They didn't get that way by being good Samaritans. They got that way by taking advantage of people. Every big company you see in America got that way by taking advantage of somebody else. Even the government just added benefits to you taking advantage of someone. All right, you let your slaves go, we're going to pay you $300 per slave. That's how we got the emancipation solidified. We're going to pay you for it. And that's what they did. They paid people to let their slaves go. $300 plus a head. We are the descendants of our ancestors who were not destroyed during slavery. We are the descendants of our ancestors who were not destroyed during slavery. When you're out here in America and you're approaching white people and you want to be politically correct, never forget that if you run up on a snake in the desert, you're not going to change that snake. It's almost like a lie. See, the lie and the truth were standing on the banks of a canal. And they both were pacing wagers on who can swim to the other side of that canal. So truth told a lie, I bet you can't swim across that canal. And the lie told the truth, you're probably right, because I can't swim. So the lie told the truth, I bet you can't swim across that canal. So the truth's gonna be truthful. I know how to swim, and I know I can swim across that lake or that canal. So the bet was on. So the truth took off his clothes, dropped them on the ground, and hit the water. Swam across that canal. Turn around, coming back, he noticed that all of his clothes were gone. So what the lie did was took all his shit and hauled ass down through downtown. And there were some people sitting on the porch, and they know what truth looks like, and they know what a lie looks like. So a lie walking down the street or running down the street with truth clothes on. You hear me? Here's a lie running down the street with truth clothes on. And that's what they said. Ain't that lie? Ain't that a lie going down the street? Yeah, but he got on truth clothes. So truth get out of the water and see the lie way down on the other end of the street. So the truth takes off, running the lie down, because he gonna get this shit right. He gonna get his damn clothes. So the truth runs through downtown butt naked. And the two old folks sitting on the porch said, wasn't that a lie? Yeah, that was a lie, but here comes the naked truth. You get it? The naked truth is where it is. You got to take the lie, take the clothes off that lie, because that's what the problem is. You're clothing that lie and you're making it look so appealing to the people you want to deceive. Hear that again. You're making that lie look so appealing to the people you want to deceive. And they are believing that lie because the lie is dressed up so good, it just looks like the truth. You hear me? It looks like the truth, but it ain't the truth. It's a lie dressed up like the truth. People gonna lie about you, and they gonna dress up a lie with truth clothing and try to make you look bad. And why would they do that anyway? Because of envy, jealousy. They want everything you've accomplished to be on them and not on you. But yet they don't want to work for it as you have and earn every damn thing you got through hard work, but not through lying, not through dressing up a lie, putting on truth clothing. So look out for those lies running around with truth clothing on, because truth is running around looking for that lie so he can get his clothes back. May not make sense to some, but it may make perfect sense to others. That's my cracked up wisdom that I use. Trump taking revenge under my presidency. TRUMP. Taking revenge under my presidency. That's Trump. Trump to rule under my presidency. That's what he's doing. He wants to rule under his presidency as Putin rules under his. As the Chinese leader rules under his. There's no way that America should allow this man to get away with the atrocities he's committed in this country. Not only him, his sons, his son-in-law, his daughter, all of them have created government atrocities. They're on a lot of lawsuits right now. Donald Trump has 8 by himself. Now, he may not go to jail for this insurrection, but he should be called out as the reason there's an insurrection. There was an insurrection. Fentanyl in America has become a bigger problem than heroin. Fentanyl is now a bigger problem than heroin. So black people, as long as it was contained in the black neighborhoods, it was okay. But now it's over in the white suburbs, it's not okay. It's a drug issue. So by all means, stay away from that damn fentanyl. Because if you've seen some of the videos where you see people just spaz the hell out, standing up, sleep, I mean, you see the worst kind of drug overdosing. I can only say, don't do it if you don't have to. I just say don't do it anyway. And they say it's affecting older Americans. And it's tearing down communities in America. But it's tearing down white communities now. Because when it was tearing down black communities, they didn't give a shit. Now all of a sudden, it's a big ass problem. It's a big ass problem. You know, there's a baby formula recall right now. And if you go in the store, you're going to see baby formula locked up like dope. So be careful. If you know you have an infant child, go get you some baby formula and stockpile the hell out that shit, because you may just need it. And parents, I understand why you work 2 jobs to make ends meet, but most households require 2 mules to pull the wagon. Once you get that taken care of, you'll be fine. This is the Black News Network, the real voice of Military City, USA, bringing you the news from a black perspective. We don't own the rights to the music, but we do own the rights to what we say. We broadcast on Wednesday at 7 p.m. and again on Sunday at 3:30 to 4:30 p.m. I'd like to say thank you so much for joining me in my hour conquest with the Black News Network. Don't forget to go to our Facebook page and like us on Facebook. I would definitely be happy to see a comment left on Facebook. And I would definitely be happy to see you subscribe to my YouTube channel. That way, if you're subscribed to the YouTube channel, you'll know every time I broadcast this show. Because I'm going to continue to do it. And I do it because this is what I love doing. Passing on the information, the knowledge that I possessed, and elaborating on the things that I think our people should do. And if you go to a place where there's no black employee working there, then you're at the wrong place. You should turn around and leave. If you go to a place where you are the sharpest person in the crowd, then you are in the wrong crowd. Because you can gain nothing from being the smartest person in the crowd. Only thing you can do is give. You want to be associated with people that are smarter than you, that can help you grow just like you can help them grow. They may be smarter than you in this area, but you may be smarter than them in this area. And women, lastly, women trying to raise young men, even if you are a single mother and you're raising your son, you need to hook your son up with Toastmasters and a well-monitored, regulated Boy Scout club so he can learn how men operate. You can do 100 black men. You can do so many different things. You can play baseball. I do not recommend football or basketball because everybody and their mama want their children to play football and basketball. Out of 1,000 people wanting to go to the NFL every season, we're lucky if we see one, maybe two people go into the NFL and stay more than a year. Out of 1,000. But there are thousands of our black people thinking that that's all they got when they smart as hell. All they need to do is apply that shit. I hated school. I actually literally hated going to high school. But now, you know, as I grew and I matured and I aged, I realized the value of education. Even if I don't even use it, I know my brain is intellectually stimulated by knowledge. So I highly recommend take one class at a time if you have to work a 9 to 5, but get your education. And see, what they do now, they deny you positions because you don't have a degree. Your degree don't have to be in whatever the job is. The degree is the degree. Seeing that you have attended a 4-year college and you became open in the mind. Because that's all the universities do is open your mind to better ideals and better comprehension of what you may encounter. Better understanding of life instead of just looking at life down a pinhole and trying to deal with it down that pinhole. You have a broad perspective of certain things. That's what it is. So lastly, we need to unite, my brothers and sisters. And sooner or later we will, whether in this life or the next. I hope it's this one. Have a nice Sunday afternoon. This is War Smith signing off.